Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Game Week 12 League 1 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, can we try and hit 120 likes on today's video? And don't forget to get your thoughts down in the comment section down below. How do you think your team will get on over this weekend? Now obviously it is unfortunately an international break this weekend, so there's actually only 7 matches for us to go through and preview. So we'll go through them in a little bit more detail than usual. Let's waste no further time though and get straight into it. Starting out firstly then with Northampton Town versus Rotherham United, which kicks off at 2 PM. There's a couple of games this season where Northampton at home kick off at 2 o'clock. Is that something to do with the rugby? Not 100% sure. Cobblers fans, let me know down in the comment section down below. But Northampton recently have obviously been on a very good run of form in terms of the home table so far this campaign. They sit in 11th with 3 wins from their opening 11 matches, just 1 defeat, which was a 1-0 loss at home to Lincoln, and also a 0-0 draw at home to Bradford City. Comparing though to Rotherham United's away form, they sit second bottom in the away table. 5 away games played this season for the Millers, 5 defeats, 2 goals scored, 9 goals conceded. They have been absolutely awful away from home so far this campaign. Only Blackpool have had a worse start to the season. They've got exactly the same record, apart from Blackpool only scored once on the road so far this season. For me, this is a pretty straightforward victory for the Cobblers, despite Rotherham's decent draw against Bradford City last time out. They did also bottle a 2-goal lead at home in that one, but I think for me, Northampton will come away from this match with a 2-0 home win. AFC Wimbledon versus Port Vale is certainly an interesting one. Obviously, the Wombles currently sitting 5th in the table with 4 straight league wins on the bounce, but recently, Port Vale themselves have had a good run of form with 3 wins and a draw in their last 4 matches. So I see this one being quite tight. Obviously, 2 sides who were promoted from League 2 last campaign. Wimbledon are sitting 6th in the league home table so far this campaign with 4 wins from their opening 5 matches, only conceding 3 goals at home all campaign. Compared though to Port Vale, obviously as a away side, they've had a pretty decent start on the road with 2 wins and a draw, 2 defeats from their opening 5 away games. So I see this one being very tight. I think Devante Cole might impact this one. Wimbledon recently have been losing a couple of key players, but as we've seen in the results, hasn't really affected them all too much. So I'll back a score draw in this one. I'm going to go 1-1. With Barnsley FC and Cardiff City being postponed, and also Bradford City versus Lincoln City being postponed, the next game we've got is Burton Albion versus Bolton Wanderers. Obviously Burton currently occupying that final place in the relegation zone at this moment in time, despite having a game in hand on a lot of teams around them. It's just 2 wins from their opening 10 matches so far this campaign, but they are the home side. Despite that, they are the worst home team in the entire division so far this campaign, with just 1 home win from their opening 5 home matches, just 2 goals scored at home all campaign. Compared to Bolton on the road so far this season, they've not really impressed, to be honest with you. They've not won on the road so far this campaign. 3 draws and 2 defeats from their opening 5 away games. 3 scored, 7 conceded. Doesn't make for particularly great viewing, but I see that changing in this one. I think they will get their first 3 points on the road so far this campaign. Finally, reward them travelling Trotters fans, I want to say. Is it Trotters? Is that right? Let me know down below. But I'm going to back Bolton either way for a 2-1 away victory, and that'll obviously sink Gary Bowyer's side further down into the relegation zone. Exeter City versus Reading FC is up next then. Exeter recently getting a very big win, 1-0 away at Lincoln City, having been on a really poor run of form. They lost at least their last 4 matches prior to that one. Compared to Reading, who've had a really underwhelming start to the season, just 2 wins from their opening 10 matches. But Exeter at home so far this campaign, they've not been great, but they've also not been awful. They've got 2 wins and 3 defeats from their opening 5 home matches, whereas Reading on the road so far this campaign have not had the best start to life on the road. They also haven't won away from home so far this campaign, equally to Bolton. 3 draws and 2 defeats so far from their opening 5 away matches. 6 scored and 9 conceded, and I don't see that changing in this one. I feel like Exeter, they're going to take that momentum with the last minute winner away at Lincoln into this game. I think they'll come away from the game with another win. Exeter, a very streaky side. They'll win 4 on the bounce, then they'll lose 4 on the bounce. I see them getting a win in this one. I'm going 2-0 to the Grecians. Leyton Orient versus Doncaster Rovers is a very interesting one. Both of these sides sides have been on a very poor run of form recently. Orient 3 straight defeats on the bounce, just 1 point picked up out of their last possible 12 available, whereas Doncaster, they've recently ended a 3-game losing run with a draw, so they equally have picked up 1 point from their last 12 available, but they're sat up in 10th. Orient down in 18th at this moment in time, and at home so far this campaign they have been really poor, with just 1 win from their opening 5 league matches at home so far this campaign. To compare it to Doncaster on the road, they've not been awful so far this season, with 2 wins and 3 defeats, 3 scored, 7 conceded, but unfortunately for them, I do see their poor in a form continuing in this one. I see Orient finally getting back to winning ways, despite the strong rumours linking Richie Wellens to the Blackpool and Luton jobs at this moment in time. It looks like it's going to cost both of them clubs at least 7 figures in terms of compensation, but I'm going to back the O's for a 3-2 home win. Luton Town versus Huddersfield has also been postponed. Same can be said about Mansfield Town versus Plymouth Argyle. Peterborough versus Stevenage has also been postponed. So we move on then to the penultimate game, and that is Stockport County versus Blackpool FC. Stockport recently putting a bit of consistency together with 2 wins and 2 draws from their last 4 matches. It's still just 2 defeats from their opening 11 games so far this season for Stockport. Obviously one of them coming against Bradford City, the other one coming against Plymouth, but Blackpool have been awful so far this campaign. That's at second bottom for a reason. I know they sacked Steve Bruce, but again at the time of recording they haven't announced his successor, so I don't really see Blackpool, who've been awful on the road so far this campaign, the worst away team in the entire division. They've only scored once on the road so far this campaign, and Stockport, yes, on the whole so far this season they've not been amazing, but it is still 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat from their opening 5 league home matches, and I do see them getting another 3 points in this one. I think it'll be a pretty comfortable 3-0 home win for Dave Challoner's side. And finally then we go to Wigan Athletic versus Wycombe Wanderers. This game is a bit of an interesting one, because since Michael Duff has gone in to Wycombe, it's 1 win, 1 defeat and 1 draw from his opening 3 matches, whereas Wigan so far this campaign, they've had a decent-ish start to the season. They're up in 14th at the moment, but it is just 1 win in their last 5 matches, although they have been certainly stronger at home so far this season. They have. Away from home it's 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat from their opening 5 home matches, whereas Wycombe on the road so far this campaign, again they've been pretty poor. They've only picked up 1 point, 4 defeats from their opening 5 away matches so far this campaign, but I do see it changing in this one. You always get 1 upset that comes around in a game week, and with how strong Wigan have been for the large part at home this season, how poor Wycombe have been on the road so far this campaign, I do see them shithousing a 1-0 away win in that one. But there we have it then. Like I mentioned at the start of today's video, just 7 games for us to go through and preview, so hopefully all of the other matches will be rearranged at the same time and we might be able to get another one of these out. But if it gets to the point where you're getting 6s and 7s in terms of games being postponed, then it might actually be worth doing a TikTok rather than a full video for this. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm currently trying to stretch this video out to 8 minutes so I can earn a little bit of money off of this one. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Can we try and hit 120 likes as I mentioned at the start of today's video, and don't forget to get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. How do you think your team will get on over this weekend? And if your team aren't playing because of the international break, I'm certainly in this boat. It's been a long time since Bradford City had a game called off because of international call-ups. Obviously it's not for us, it is for Lincoln, but if your team isn't playing, then let me know your score predictions for the England games over the next couple of days or so down below. I couldn't even tell you were playing. I think we play Wales in one of the matches. That's about all I know. But thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all hopefully on Sunday for the Game Week 12 League One review.